All right, welcome back to Do It Myself Garage. I just was trying it out and it cut it right off. I couldn't get this front mount off. The little tab here that's supposed to hold the nut, well, that broke off right away. So I kept this washer in here when I replaced him. I put him back in there. And I just put my new body mount in now. This is all loose. I can get the old mount out. So I was talking at the end of the video last week, couldn't figure out why my bumper was higher. Well, you know, some of it is the frame flex. But some of it is also the fact that I put new body mounts in so that the actual core support's actually a little bit higher, which pushes the fender a little bit higher. So I'm actually going to have to adjust the front bumper up a little bit to match that. Not a big deal. All right, let's go ahead and get this new body mount in here. Just wanted to show something really quick. One of the problems on these A-bodies is that this core support rots out. So on this side, the core support had absolutely no metal under it at all. So I just made a bracket, drilled a hole through it so I'd have some support. And that seems to be working quite well. The other side is not rotted out, so I'm not going to have to do that over there. But that's something for you to consider instead of replacing the entire core support. If you're not going for show quality, this was definitely an option for you. I combined the wires, both reds, both blacks together, and they run to these two green wires that run to my control box later on. So they run up through here. So anyway, those are the wires for the motors. And if I plug in, I just got my booster here, my battery charger. And I don't remember which one's which. Doesn't really matter. Switch them back around. And there we go. I've been playing around. I was repainting my grills, so that's why I have the grills out right now. Got a little distracted. I knew I needed to do the wiring. Then I noticed I had some brackets that weren't quite cleaned up. So the next thing you know, I've got all of the grills out of the car, redoing them properly, or at least good enough for me. So that's what I've been working on. So I've got the other one off over here. I've got the door off of there, and I've got, like I said, I've got the whole grills out. But I was redoing some of the clips and brackets on them. Because I noticed when I was going to go wire this that things weren't quite lining up like they should inside the grill. And that was a problem with the clips were mismatched and some of the things were broken, and I ended up doing some repairs on some of it. It's not exactly something I'm proud of, so I did not show how I did the repairs. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but I did get them fixed up. I'll show you when I get them. I'll put back in what it looks like. All right, been working a little bit more. Got my fender wells in. They're not bolted in because I don't have enough clips. I had a mishmash of clips previously, so I'm going to replace them with new ones of this J-clip style or whatever it's called. And I'm going to buy a bunch more of those. Got the battery tray in here and mocked up. It's not completely bolted in, but I wanted to see where I could put my relays, and there is a spot I can tuck my relays for my headlight circuit under here. When I go to wire that up, I'll show you a little bit more. I'm still trying to completely remember exactly how I did it. Might have to go back and watch my own video on that one. But we're getting there. Didn't get as much done this weekend as I wanted to. It's Easter weekend, so spent a lot of time with the family. As important as this car is to me to get done, family is way more important. So I might plug along a little bit more tonight on this. If I do, come back. If not, I'll be doing an outro right after this. Alright, so I found what worked the best for me is get this bracket, the outside bracket, in first, because this is the hardest one to get to. The other one you can actually fish in there when this piece is in place. But this one you really can't. And I have the bolts in it, but it's loose. So you've got these two little pins, and hopefully yours still has them. Just takes a little bit of fishing and get it down in there. I've got my light here, and it's not really helping that much. But there we go. Got it in, that left-hand one. And then what I did before is I started one of the screws on top. All right. And it's way too far that direction for me anyway. I liked to have a little bit less gap than that. So loosen this back up. I guess that's as far as she goes. And second screw on top. I think it's already laying up here. Yep. The other screw for the top is right here. Okay, and then the bottom screws. So, like I said, this other bracket on here, you could actually get that in there while this piece is in place. You can kind of see what you're doing from right here in there. And I really can't show you on camera, but I was just able to tuck it up in there and line it up. It's actually pretty easy, but I definitely recommend doing the outside one first. Goes pretty quickly. This is not the first time I've had these out of here. The last time I did the door hinges, I actually took the grills out to work on that. This last time, when I did it, I've actually had the valance and the whole engine and everything out, or the radiator out, so it was a lot easier to work on it. But those are back in there. I did a semi-gloss on those. I believe it's supposed to be a flat, but that semi-gloss looks pretty sharp if you ask me. If I don't like it, it can always be repainted. They're easy enough to get in and out. These just go in with 4 screws. So yeah, got a little distracted this weekend on some things. Didn't get everything done that I wanted. Did get a few things done. Ran out of time to go to the hardware store to get more of these clips. It's Easter weekend, so everything closed early on Sunday today. So that's okay. I got some stuff done. I got the fluid added to the rear end, which was actually kind of a pain. You know what? Before I'm done, let's go ahead and fix this hole up here in the firewall. See what I can come up with. All right, so I found a paint cap that doesn't have any of the finger indents, just a nice round paint cap. Cut it off, and this almost fit perfectly in the hole. So then I made a slice so it would fit in here. Let me show you what I ended up with. And see if I can zoom in on this for you. Okay, so here we go. And nothing I can't put a little bit of sealant around. Well, apparently that gasket maker is no good, so I will get back in here and put some other sealant down here, but that'll do good for now. Let's see what else I can get done tonight. Let's finish up with some headlights opening and shutting. Don't have it wired up, but I do have a charger here. We can finish off with showing you how these work now that all the grills are all together nice and neat. And then back the other way. There we go. I call that a success. A little bit of alignment to do yet. But anybody that has these knows that there's, looks like I can do a little bit of fine tuning here on the alignment. But that's okay. That's not a big deal. It's just a matter of loosening it up and tightening those bolts in the right spot. The doors are going to be pretty much where they're going to be. There is stops on there. But I can line up the grill to match. So anyway, I appreciate everybody following along, liking and subscribing. I've been getting a lot more consistent views on a daily basis. Appreciate everybody that's been watching the series. Hopefully I can get this thing fired up soon and we can be back on the road. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.